This month's theme, Rob Reiner's Stand By Me. You know, this year is the 40th anniversary of the premiere of Stand By Me. Just a few weeks ago, they had a limited re-release in theaters to celebrate. I remember the first release in 1986. I was 12 years old, the same age as the four boys in the film. I couldn't believe there was a serious drama about boys my age. Now, I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that I felt like my story was being told on the big screen. I mean, that just didn't happen. I was a young black kid from the inner city, and there were no dramas about me or anyone I knew from Hollywood. But I needed to see myself somewhere outside of my circumstances. And if I squinted my eyes and turned my head at just the right angle, I could see myself in Gordy. I was the brainy kid surrounded by a group of edgy friends who entertained me with their antics and teasing jokes while I returned the favor with my storytelling and a different way of seeing the world. None of us were very much alike, but we all dealt with the weight of problems at home and in the streets that were more than a kid should have to bear. And while we didn't know how to help each other work our way through or out of the issues we faced, it was easier dealing because we had space to just be kids together. If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, or the mountain should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. These are the lyrics of the soul music classic Stand By Me, written and performed by Ben E. King. The song was chosen for the film before the film took the phrase as its title. The original title of the film was The Body, the same title as the Stephen King novella on which the film was based. But the filmmakers and producers agreed that a film called The Body might conjure ideas that were not appropriate for the coming-of-age story. So director Rob Reiner chose this title that, like the song, spoke to the importance of the relationship between the boys. The title wasn't the only change that was made from the start of the production. Rob Reiner himself wasn't originally part of the film. The original director for the film was Adrian Lyne, who had directed Flashdance and had just finished wrapping 9.5 weeks. Yes, Flashdance and 9.5 weeks. Two of the most sexually charged movies of that time. So Stand By Me, this cherished film about 12-year-old friends, could have been The Body by the director of 9.5. I don't know what the producers were thinking, but thankfully they were saved from themselves when Lyne dropped out due to a combination of a money dispute and a desire to take some time off. And that wasn't the only intervention that was needed to bring the movie to the audience. After the movie was complete, Columbia had trouble finding distribution. None of the boys in the film were stars at the time, and the plot wasn't action-filled or sexually charged. Without additional support, Columbia considered shelving the film. Then Columbia executive Guy McElwain, still considering what to do, sat on his couch and watched the film from beginning to end. Beside him happened to be his two young daughters, who absolutely loved the film. It was their response to the film that made McElwain decide that the movie deserved a release. And it's a good thing, because this film was not only financially successful, it has meant a lot to a lot of people. For example, the people of Brownsville, Oregon, the town where the film was shot, declared every fourth Saturday of July to be Stand By Me Day. And it is still celebrated today, 40 years later. One of the annual events being a blueberry pie eating contest. Stephen King, who is known for his criticism of movies made from his work, cried when he saw the film. He called it the first successful film adaptation of one of his stories. And when director Rob Reiner started his production company, he named it Castle Rock Entertainment after the fictitious town in the film. Reiner said that Stand By Me was the film that meant the most to him. He believed that it best represented who he was. But who was he? Who was Rob Reiner? We chose Stand By Me as the theme for this show, and When Harry Met Sally for the last, as a tribute to Rob Reiner after the tragic death of he and his wife, Michelle. But why did we want to honor this director? This man. In part one of our tribute, Lori touched on Rob Reiner's extraordinary body of work as a director, as well as his personal life as a dad and a husband. I'd like to dig a little deeper into another aspect of his life. Like many, I was introduced to Rob Reiner as the actor playing Michael Meathead Stivic on the classic sitcom All in the Family. He was the young liberal idealist to Carol O'Connor's bigoted and grouchy Archie Bunker. And while Archie Bunker did not at all represent the feelings of O'Connor, who was a staunch liberal, the views of Michael Stivic fell very much in line with those of Rob Reiner. Only Reiner did not just sit on the couch and debate about his ideas. Rob Reiner was an activist, in the truest and most powerful sense of the word. He didn't just write checks or allow his image to be used in the campaign. Rob Reiner gave his time and often took lead on some of the most important issues that have faced our society in recent times. Reiner founded First 5 California, an organization dedicated to making sure that children have the best possible start to life. He founded it in 1998 to help spearhead Proposition 10, a landmark ballot initiative that placed 50-cent tax on tobacco products. The proposition passed, and the law generated over $11 billion to fund early childhood development programs across California. And even after the law was passed, Reiner continued to head First 5, attending meetings and helping shape policy. But that wasn't the end of his activism. After California voters banned same-sex marriage in 2008, Reiner co-founded the American Foundation for Equal Rights. He then hired 2 high-profile attorneys, one Republican and one Democrat, to wage a bipartisan challenge in federal court. The challenge eventually led to the restoration of marriage equality in California, helping to set the stage for the federal Supreme Court decision in 2015. In an article Reiner penned for Variety magazine, he said of marriage equality, "When I started speaking about this, I said 40 years from now, we'll look back on this the same way we do on women having the right to vote or African Americans having civil rights. It will be kind of quaint. People will wonder what all the fuss was about. Each one of these steps makes us more of one country and reminds us we are all part of the family of man." The history of Reiner's activism doesn't stop there either. It includes his fight for universal free preschool for all 4-year-olds. He co-founded a nonprofit to raise awareness about the Russian interference in the 2016 U.S. election. Well, wouldn't things be different? His fight to keep the Amsen Ranch in Simi Valley, or Simi Hills, from being developed led to the transformation of that area into a state park and a wildlife preserve. Which reminds me, if you're wondering about my shirt tonight, I've already gotten a couple of comments. I'm wearing it in honor of Earth Day, which is this upcoming Wednesday, April 22nd. It's my shout out to our planet and to all of the activists who fight to protect it, as well as those who fight to protect the beings who call it home. To those who fight for the trees, to those who fight for the animals, and especially to those who fight for the people who need it, thank you. And to Rob Reiner and the extraordinary people like him who somehow find the energy to fight for it all wherever they see a need, this is dedicated to you. And if you can hear the sound of my voice right now, we have a great show for you tonight.